Hello everyone, we're going to start with our class of English 2 and we're going to talk about past continuous. Please pay attention to the rules and to the structure. Okay, let's start. When we're gonna be using the past continuous when we're gonna make when we're gonna describe actions that were in progress in a specific time, obviously in the past. The auxiliary that we're going to be using is was or were, depending on the person or the pronoun that we're going to be using. Okay, if we're going to use the verb sing, the structure says that you have to add the ending ing after the verb. So let's see the example. With the pronoun I, we're going to say I was singing. If we're going to use he, she, or it that are singular pronouns, we're going to use also was. And we will say he was singing, she was singing, and it was singing. All of these are affirmative sentences, okay? But we're going to use another word. The auxiliary will change with the pronouns that are in plural. With we, you, and they, we're going to use were. We were singing, you were singing, and they were singing. Now, we're going to see how can we make negative sentences. Okay, in this first column, we have more examples of affirmative sentences in past continuous. We are only changing the verb. As you can see, all the verbs have the ending ing. And we're going to be using was with the pronouns that are in singular and were with the pronouns that are in plural and only with you that is in singular. Okay. For negative sentences, to deny that something happened or something were happening in the past, we are going to use wasn't or weren't. Let's see some examples. I was dancing, I wasn't dancing. You were eating, you weren't eating. He was sleeping, he wasn't sleeping. She was reading, she wasn't reading. Okay, as you can see, the structure is the same. The verb ends with ing. But to make yes, no questions, we are going to start with the W word, was or were. Okay, let's see the examples. Was I dancing? Were you eating? Was he sleeping? Was she reading? Was it running? Were we walking? Were they studying? Okay, now we have to see how are we going to be adding the ing at the end of the verbs, because we have some rules for that. Let's see them. Okay, here we have some rules to see how are we going to be adding the end ing to the verbs to talk in past continuous. Okay, if the verb ends in a consonant, we're gonna double the consonant, and after that we're gonna add the ending ing. Here are some examples. Swim. Swim ends in a consonant, letter M. So we're gonna double the letter M, and after that we're gonna add the ending ing. Okay, other example would be hit. Hit ends with letter T, that is a consonant. So we're gonna double the letter T and we're gonna add ing. Hitting. Forget, we're gonna double the T also and we're gonna add the letter ing. Okay, what happens when our verbs end in a vowel? Well, when the verb ends in a vowel, we're gonna add a consonant plus E, and then we're gonna remove the E, and then we're gonna add the ing. For example, come. Come ends with a vowel. If this vowel is the letter E, we're gonna remove the letter E and we're gonna add the ending ing. Come would be coming. Lose would be losing. And leave would be leaving. For everything else, all the verbs we have seen, the only cases that we're going to modify the words are here, and we're going to only add the endings ing. Okay? Let's see the examples. Say would be saying, go would be going, and walk would be walking. Okay, guys, I'm available in my email, so if you have any question, just let me know.